Stacy Sacco.
And Tim Borror.
And Tim, ladies and gentlemen.
Humans and aliens, battles of the heart and battles in the air, condemnation and redemption, insatiable greed in the ultimate sacrifice. Avatar, the movie, has all of this and more, including 9 lessons in leadership, representing 8 Na'vi fingers and a ponytail. In the beginning scenes, Neytiri teaches Jake the hunting rituals and cultural norms of the Pandoran people, expanding on the basic skills that he had learned originally as a member of the Jarhead clan. Even though he was, as she said, clumsy and loud, in the beginning he became an accomplished warrior under her tutelage. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 1, start at the bottom. Like Jake, you'll be a better leader and speak with authority and confidence if you start by learning the fundamentals of any job from the bottom up. Back to Stacy.
Throughout the movie, Jake's consciousness is transferred back and forth from his human body to a Na'vi avatar body. This required him to continually adapt to both environments. But you know, with practice, as with anything, over time, he found it easier to transfer back and forth and move from one to the other, and the bodies became, in one way, or in both ways, one. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 2, be flexible. In practice, you can handle the most complicated changes, like this one, by being open to that change and actively seeking novel approaches to the challenges you encounter at any level in the environment.
Thank you. Only when Jake confesses the truth about his mission does he begin his journey of redemption, and can he truly be forgiven by the Na'vi people and become one of the clan. Although his confession comes with consequences, as in every case, truth must win out. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 3, be honest. Always be forthright with others, sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything in between. Only then can you solve problems with real solutions that will endure and stand the true test of time.
Thank you.
Stacy.
To overcome their distrust, Jake needed a game changer to overcome the clan, to convince the clan that he could be trusted. That came in the form of an unwilling Taruk, the last shadow. His actions took courage to master the one creature on Pandora that sits at the top of the food chain. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 4, be bold. Give others stretch goals, something that seems beyond their capabilities, which will motivate them to new heights and to fly even higher. This will give them courage, knowing that any goal is attainable. Back to Stacy.
Rather than speak to the clan directly to convince them to go to war, Jake delegated that task to the young Tutsi, to translate his words, to convey his message that the humans cannot have their land. By giving Tutsi the stage, he endeared himself to his fellow Pandorans. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 5, empower others. To achieve your organization's larger goals, you'll need to get others buy-in, and to inspire them to be leaders in their own right, and to take responsibility and ownership for their individual actions. Back to Stacy.
To rally the Na'vi people to fight back, Jake told the clan to send the humans a strong message of solidarity, that this is our land, not theirs. His message spoke to their fear, but their hearts, that they could collectively control their destiny. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 6, lead with vision. People and teams are motivated by a strong but simple message of what you want to accomplish, which becomes a common goal for all members to achieve. This vision dictates their thoughts and actions. Back to Stacy.
Thank you. You may never know where help will come from. As Jake found when the life force Iwa sent Pandoran creatures in response to his prayers for their help. They battled together collectively. All of the animals, winged or afoot, joined in that battle to fight the humans. But it began with his prayer. It was his hope that somehow they would connect in. You didn't see it, but at the end they did. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 7, build on the strengths of others. Don't be bashful about asking for help from below and delegating work to specialists. A chain is stronger when you empower the weakest link and take advantage of the unique skills of each individual. Back to Stacy.
Thank you. Jake came to realize that the Na'vi and all life on Pandora, although alien, had the right to control their own destiny. Human need for unobtainium does not justify the forceful exploration of Pandora or any of the creatures on Pandora. The end just does not justify the means. And the lesson?
Lesson number 8, seek the greater good. To create a healthy, long-lasting organization, you need to respect the rights of others, including all stakeholders. It's about giving back and adding value to society and the community as a whole.
Dr. Grace Augustine's research showed that life on Pandora is connected through a planet-wide network of electrical impulses that creates a bond between all of the living ecosystem. That connection, although physical, borders on a spiritual connection for all Pandora life. And the lesson learned?
Lesson number 9, and the final lesson, is recognize that everything is connected. Great leaders seek holistic, long-term, sustainable solutions that take into consideration the needs of organizations and the global environment. And that bond connects us all together as a whole and is greater in the sum, all parts is greater together instead of individual parts. Su Hase.
Su Hase. Thank you. Without the permission of Jen Cameron, but anyway.
Tell him I said it was okay.
Okay, we're done.